We're now going to announce the winners of City Nation Place Awards. And after we've done this, then Chris Fair is just going to sum up everything we've been talking about today very briefly before we go for a drink. So, the winners. The first category is the category for Best Communication Strategy, which was sponsored by Wall Street Journal. I don't have anybody here from the Wall Street Journal, unfortunately, because they had to leave. But Chris Fair from Resonance has agreed to give the trophy for us. So looking at our shortlist, I'm not going to show you the video again. You've seen it. It's in the book. Our shortlist, Celebrating Jamaica's Iconic Style and Culture, entered by Burson Marstella. Fans of London, entered by London and Partners, and the Great Britain campaign, entered by the Cabinet Office and number 10 Downing Street. This was very, very difficult for the jury. Very difficult to compare campaigns with very different budgets and challenges. But the winner was chosen because, whilst on the one hand they have a very large budget, there's a clue, they've also shown the skills and achieved what every communication strategy would like to achieve, in that this strategy was led from the top, from the Prime Minister's office, and achieved collaboration between all stakeholders. So the winner is Great Britain. Conrad's not here, but we do have a representative of Great Britain. Ooh. Thank you very much for coming along. So our next category is for the best expression of place brand identity. Just a reminder, we had Essential Costa Rica from the Costa Rica Investment Promotion Agency. Oh, there's a typo. Make Something Edmonton. Do you know, I also said they were in America at one point, so they just must hate me now. Make Something Edmonton, which was entered by Story Engine. This is Sweden, entered by the Swedish Institute, and Visit Tatarstan, entered by Insted and the Ministry for Tourism. So we had a video film, we had a program of creative and cultural development, and we had, as our winner, something which started as a design project, but became a project that engaged the whole community, and in fact was led by the community in the end. It was in fact made in Edmonton. So I'd like to invite Caio Esteves, who was one of our judges, to present this award, and I believe that Todd, hopefully, is still here from Story Engine. Yes, he is. I promise I'll spell Edmonton right on my tweet. Our next category is the best use of social media, which is sponsored by National Geographic. And I believe Nadine Heggie is here from National Geographic to present the award. Thank you, Nadine. So again, our shortlist. We had Finland emojis, entered by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs in Finland. I Love Anchorage, from the Anchorage Economic Development Corporation. The Evolution of Real-Time Engagement from Visit Philadelphia, and Vibe Israel, presenting Vibe Israel. It was great to hear about these in more detail today in the session that Nat Geo led, and I know that social media is a constant challenge for places. The winner is a campaign that's won many other awards. It's the first country to develop their own emoji. It's Finland emojis from the Ministry of category. I've been promising you the preview. Before we see the video, I'd like to invite to the stage Walter from the New York Times, who are the sponsor of the Place Brand Strategy of the Year category. And rather than me read the shortlist, perhaps we can play the tape. Do you want to come this side, Walter? we've talked today about how difficult it is to measure the effectiveness of place brand strategy. It's probably even tougher to judge a place brand strategy one against the other. And they're obviously very different places, very different strategies. We had a strategy that was built on a campaign. We have a city at the start of its place branding journey. We have a shift in strategy to something that's more outward focused and tourism focused. We have a case study from Asia that shows clearly set objectives and developed a new brand identity and has delivered real results. Our winner, though, is a city which has a very established reputation but has taken some time to work out what that means for its people and what it means for the city, and to put in place a strategy to build on those assets. And that strategy is already delivering results. So the winner of the Place Brand Strategy of the Year is The Hague, and I believe that Ernst is here to accept his award. Of those of you who entered, I'd like to see everybody in the room enter next year, because it's such an important exercise to share your stories. And thank you so much for coming today and doing that as well. I'm delighted that Chris from Resonance is going to do the difficult job and just sum up the key points that we've learned today, and talk about what you might do differently next week when you get back to your office. Chris.